The following recordings detail the activities of a government agency that officially does not exist. Since 1928, they have protected humanity from the forces of darkness, with honor, but without glory. Declassified recently, these files have become known as the Danger Files. Is 1998. Strange goings-on have been happening at Platt Air Force Base, and the only people who can solve it are Norman Tully, Flake Pifkin, and Pete Whiplash Yeager. But they're going to have to do it without guns, because they've just found that the weapons locker is locked. There is a strange crystal that has crashed somewhere in the boneyard, and there are two people with guns who seem to have gone crazy that are stalking the base, trying to kill everyone. How are we going to make it through this? Probably quite sillily. Hello, welcome to the next episode 7, I believe, of the Danger Files.
Hey.
I like that word, sillily.
Sillily. It's the Wild West of 1998. They made up words back then.
Yeah, exactly. The English language was very much in flux, I think.
It was. People could barely speak.
I'd started the word and then jumped ahead a little bit, and my sentence was like, I have no idea which episode this is. Is it 7? Is it? Oh, I've said sillily. Okay, just say a number and do the intro. Sometimes you just go. Dangerlings, we're all a little bit tired today. This won't come out for a few weeks after it, but at time of recording it's Halloween, and we're all very busy on various weird Halloween shows at the moment, so we've got up far earlier than we normally would to get these episodes done. It's quite a fun time. Jerry, man, how are you doing? Are you what are you doing Halloween-wise, work-wise?
So I've been doing various things, but probably the most Halloween thing is I've been in Hampton Court creating various remedies and potions and things, which do everything from curing the plague with lots of nutmeg. It tastes like I taste. I'm the only person at work who tastes the things because honestly they're kind of horrible, and you don't really want to. You can barely smelling them is awful, so tasting them is worse. And it was this plague cure, but it tastes like a very, very extreme sour sweet. It almost kicks you in the face. It's mainly nutmeg, walnuts, cloves, garlic, ginger, various things, but it's from a recipe from 1806. And there's another word you go for, acne, an acne cure. Yeah, which is lemon juice. It smells like limoncello. It smells like limoncello, tastes like seawater. So I was quite disappointed with that one. And then there was a mysterious drink called The Drink, which we thought would be I thought I cured it, and I thought that it was actually a cure for menstrual cramps, because it's in a book for housewives written by a man in 1596. And so I thought, what is the one thing a man would be embarrassed to write about? Periods. And so I was very happy that me as a man had managed to overcome the prejudice of upbringing and realize that. And then someone else spotted in the recipe above it for kidney stones that drink would cut the kidney stones down to size, and then they will be flushed by drinking the drink as mentioned after this. So it was just a drink for flushing kidney stones, and I drank a lot of it, so I think I'm clear now of kidney stones for the duration. So that's good.
The drink, I love that.
The drink.
You can do that in history. You're just like, I haven't been in a lot of other drinks before. Now we'll just call this one The Drink, and then other drinks afterwards can come up with their own names. This is an article.
I think it's an early bit of sort of advertising, isn't it? It's just like, what should we call it? The Drink. Like all the other drinks can just sort of, this is the drink.
It's amazing branding.
There was another one, actually. It was a copy of Dr. Stephen's water, and it had, I think, it must have been a famous water at the time, because it gives you a long list of what it can do. And included on this list are, it helps with belly worms. It helps with the conception of women. Whether that means helps women achieve conception or helps you conceive women, it's unclear.
I think it just helps you understand women.
Maybe.
Yeah.
It's also good for toothache and eternal life, apparently.
Oh, wow.
And breath and everything. It was just wine with loads of herbs in it, and it was very, very bitter.
Wow.
Just sticking extra things on.
Honestly, it was a page long of effects. It was rather wonderful.
Yeah.
Ross, you're dressed like a serial killer. What have you been doing for this Halloween? Because I work at a very popular tourist attraction, and we've just launched the Chamber of Horrors, in which we house killers. Don't want to say serial killers because not all of them are serial killers, but killers from 150 years of true crime history. That's how they want to market it. So we have the Krays. There's a wax figure of Reggie Cray down there. There is a wax figure of... You can kind of guess where I work now. Got an idea.
Is it
Harrods.
the public toilets at Piccadilly?
Yeah.
John Reginald.
How did they pick which Cray brother to make a wax figure of?
I don't really know.
Why was
I
it-
guess
There's only one choice. Oh, come on,
I
with the
suppose.
brothers. Yeah.
Surely they go as a set.
Exactly.
The
There's
famous
something-
twins. Nah, just pick one of them.
No, just
One of them.
Just one of them.
John Reginald Christie. He was the neighbourhood strangler. You may have seen him in 10 Rillington
Friendly
Place
neighbourhood
with
friendly neighbourhood
Richard
strangler.
Attenborough.
Yes. Yeah.
And John George Haig. So there's a lot of Johns in there. He's the acid bath murderer. He killed people in acid, killed some people. You've got, what's his name? Bloody Dennis Nilsson.
Oh, yeah.
You've got Ruth Ellis, the last woman to ever be hanged in England. And you've got Dr. Hawley Harvey Crippen as well, who was a doctor who poisoned his wife and then tried to run away with his mistress, who dressed up like a boy on the ship towards Canada and then got captured. Controversially, we have a wax figure of Jack the Ripper as Aaron Kaminsky. So they decided to put it as him.
You've gone on a limb and you've picked a ripper. That's
they did
bold.
pick a Ripper. Yeah.
Pick a ripper. I mean, it's not like
There we
anyone
go.
would recognize his face anyway.
No,
There
they'd
we
be
go,
like,
yeah.
no, it's just a bloke.
Oh my God, it's him! I know him really well.
Don't worry, 140 years after the crime, we have decided that this man was guilty. On the evidence that we already had a waxwork with his face. So we decided this guy, he's the
Who does he look like? Does he look like any celebrity?
Not really. No, he's not. He's just got a moustache, as they all do in that day.
They've just
and a
taken
top
the
hat.
John Cena waxwork, put a moustache and a top hat on it.
Yeah. But yeah, they've put like animatronics. So like Christie's wax figure, he's holding a newspaper and he's sitting down on a chair and his arms move up and down.
Oh my God.
He's looking at you when you come
Like
in.
he's playing peekaboo.
Yeah, basically. And then also Jack the Ripper's his head moves up. And that's it.
Yeah, it did actually.
Yeah,
That's one of the marks of the
Wow.
Ripper.
Yes.
The moving head.
Wow.
That's in the case files. Like very stiff neck, just a little movement of the head.
Your work has really moved into the 21st century here, Ross. This is,
I know.
This is some future stuff here.
This, I tell you what a marvellous age we live in.
Yeah, well, no, I can't say that because, well, this is no one is ever going to find this out because no one will subscribe to the Danger Club podcast.
This is the nice thing about doing the Patreon, Ross. You can say what you want because only about 40 people are going to hear it, and they all like us already.
Yeah, but yes, it's an interesting event. So yeah, I've been deep in the Chamber of Horrors, deep inside John George Haig, and deep inside Johnny Boy Christie and other people. Yeah, so yeah, been doing that. So that's fun.
It has been
You've
quite
deep
fun
inside
going.
them.
It's been quite fun
Deep inside them.
and, going around London and seeing, and you can see posters for this Chamber of Horrors, and you can see posters for the Hampton Court show, and you can see posters for the Guardians of the Galaxy thing, and it's like, these are things that all of my friends are involved in, and then there are no posters for the things that James and I are involved in because it's only for unbelievably rich people who only go to places that their agent sends them to. But how you doing, James? You look tired.
I'm all right. I am tired. Yes. Of all the late finishes, I think I win. so I've been going to bed for the last 5 nights at very stupid o'clock. But it has been kind of fun. I didn't answer this question earlier. Jerry asked me why I was playing a character I work for this exclusive club in central London. And the theme is sort of Colombian drug lords and vampires. So it's all very sexy, gun-based and things like that. And then I was told, don't worry, James, you've got the best part for you. You're a policeman. So I'm playing a sort of DEA agent, which is it's been fun.
Spanish DEA agent.
Yeah, there's a bit of Spanish accent going on. I wasn't happy about it, but
does Colombia have a DEA?
It does, and it's one man with a plastic gun. I am muy macho.
Explains a lot.
Muy macho. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why Colombia would fund its own sort of anti-narcotics sort of squad. I guess it does now, to be fair. And by the way, if anyone is Colombian, then this is an utter generalisation, and it's sort of all quite silly. But it's been an odd theme for Halloween.
Any celebrities you seen?
Any celebrities? You get sort of semi-famous people. Okay, it's mainly very, very wealthy people. Occasionally people there in security and all this kind of stuff. Apparently a famous YouTuber was in yesterday, or somebody Twitch, TikTok, something like that. I don't know. I think probably my favourite was after the English ladies football team won. They came in.
That's pretty cool.
That was cool. I got a chance to congratulate a few of them and give them a hug. They were lovely. So
the Lionesses.
The Lionesses, yeah.
I had them as well in the Crystal Maze.
Hey,
how random.
They went on a bender after winning that, as well they should.
They did. I tell you what, because it was on the Monday when they came into the club that I work in, and they did look they're tired. I think they'd been partying hard since the game was Saturday or Friday or something like that. So it's just like,
I never know any of the people in that club because it's just another world of wealth.
It is,
in this
absolutely.
thing. And I work in the office a lot of the time, and I'm booking a lot of the acts for it, and someone from events will come over and be like, oh, you need to make sure you've got a good show on Wednesday because we've got MC Baby Scrunge in, and I'll be like, oh, great. No, I didn't. And they'll list a load of people from Love Island, and I'm like, yeah, it sounds like the cast of Love Island live in that club, pretty much. I never know. The one thing I got excited, I met Formula E world champion Jean-Eric Verne in that club, and I came excitedly back to the green room. I was like, I recognise someone. Everyone's like, nobody knows who that is. That is unbelievably niche. Like even people who know Jean-Eric Verne don't know who Jean-Eric Verne is.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting because obviously you'd expect, because I'm predictably these days one of the oldest performers there. So you think that all the 20-somethings would know these celebrities, but even they're like, I don't know. Oh, it's like you said, Eric Verne. What's up?
Yeah, you don't have to. It's Jean-Eric Verne, damn you! You can't. Unbelievable. You don't have to be famous to be a celebrity. Monsieur Eric Verne. Well,
mostly it's just people with incredible money. There was a guy who sort of waddled past me and he shook my hand. I think I was doing high fives or something ages ago, and he had the softest hands I've ever experienced, and it was just so creepy. I'm sorry, it was just weird, but it's just like, wow, you've literally not done anything in your life at all that involves having to use your hands.
Maybe he's like Curly from Of Mice and Men, just puts it in a leather glove.
It was literally like even babies don't have hands as soft. I was just left to being like,
wow,
oh my god, it was just, and he was a very sort of a soft figure he cut. He was an adult, but yeah, it was just like, wow, you've had an easy life, my friend.
Well, from freakishly soft hands to freakishly large hands. Let's
nice.
Let's rejoin Tully, Pifkin and Yeager on Platt Air Force Base. Things really have kicked off in the last couple of weeks. So, since that crystal shape appeared in the night sky and crashed down into the boneyard, a number of things have happened. It seems like since that van arrived, something has been affecting people. You've all been making sanity checks. They really ramped up during the poker game, and people just seem to start to lose their mind. Yeager gets a phone call from Cantu over at the main gate saying, I know what you've done, we're on to you. And then suddenly the guards abandon their post. Before you know it, Major Jones has been shot. If you believe Tully, he's been turned to paste and has lost all of his limbs. Turns out it's not actually true. The power on the base is completely gone. Anything electrical seems to have stopped working. including the beloved computer of Tully. He's managed to save the disc. Oh. But you came up with a plan. You had a plan to get some guns, and fight these two guys, these two murderers who are marauding around the base somewhere. But after you managed to get the keys from the Major, and then left him in the dirt.
Hey, look, we wanted to go back, but, we actually learned just before the game started that the guy's firing from us from about 300 meters away, and that's a long way.
Yeah.
And he was getting pretty close, so it's just like, wow.
Yeah, he was. He rolled a 90 on that.
Jesus. Sorry, Major. I was fully intending to save him.
Oh no, it's absolutely the right thing to do to move away. If he'd fired in automatic, he could have shot at both of you. It was because he was taking a single shot, but he could have switched it to automatic mode and take a shot. If he fires in automatic mode, not only does it take a shot against both of you, but in your turn, you have to spend sanity in order to be able to act rationally. If you're under fire from an automatic weapon out in the open, then all you can do is drop prone or dive for cover. If you want to do anything else, you have to spend sanity to force yourself to be able to think rationally, because it's just there are bullets whizzing around you. You're suppressed. You can't do anything. You are in a panic. So far, one gunshot in this game involving our players, and it was a scary one, but you survived it. So let's pick up. Fortunately, for the first time in what seems like ages, all of you are in the same place. I don't know how long it will last. So you're all in the administration buildings. There's a little cluster of buildings at the very center of the base. You've got the NCO office there, which is where you play poker. You've got the mess hall there, which is where the cigarettes are kept. You've got the base exchange, which is now not on fire, but was on fire for a while, which is like a shop. And you've got the administration office, which is Major Jones' office, Geiger's office, and just general administration buildings. It's also where the armory is. You use the key to unlock the door to where the armory was, but you found there's also a locked cage in there, and you can't get at the weapons without using a code, basically, without putting a code in. And Major Jones is the one who knows the code, and he is lying in the dirt quite a way away. And I think we will pick things up. So you've got a few things on the go. You know this. You saw Cantu running off towards the control tower, or rather Flake did. Saw Cantu running off through the night with a gun towards the control tower. You know that Herrera is off somewhere around the officers' houses, having taken some shots at you, but you haven't seen him since then. And you know that there is the van up by the boneyard, and there is that weird crystal thing in the boneyard. And Tully saw that there is a glow coming from the van, a faint glow coming from the van. Let's rejoin. Let's rejoin our three friends just there. The other people in the room with you are Geiger, Long, Utek is there, and LaCroix, of course. LaCroix, who has clawed at his face and is trying to hide it under a jacket. The only person who's not there is Seba, who you sent off to go and get blankets. That is everyone. And I can tell you there's someone else as well. There's Roberto Buck, the Master Chief of the base. He's in the control tower. We haven't met him in the show yet, but he's the one manning the control tower at the moment. That's the entire crew of the base. What would we like to do, team?
So just to recap, I sent him off to get blankets, I think, didn't I? To fight the fire that's now... Is it out?
The fire has gone out, yes. He was in a panic. You sent him to get blankets, and then Yeager told him to go and find the bedrooms and pointed him off, and he ran off to the east towards...
Oh, dear.
So there's the dormitories, which is where some of you sleep, and then there are some houses, which is where the officers sleep. And Seba was running off in that direction to try and find blankets because you slapped him so hard that he did as he was told.
Is that where Herrera was firing from?
You saw Herrera by the houses, yes. So depending on which option he picked to try and go and get blankets, we could have a bit of a situation.
No, not Jimmy Stewart.
Whoops.
Does anybody know the combination to the lock?
You're the Major.
Maybe one of the Major knew the combination.
Maybe we try his birthday. That's what I sometimes do for my computer password. I put my birthday.
Does anyone know his birthday?
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
How many combination locks is it? How many tumblers?
Smash cut back to Major Jones sitting alone in the mess hall with a birthday cake. Like, those pieces of shit.
How many tumblers has the lock got?
It has got six. Six
it
different
could
numbers.
be his birthday. But yeah. Okay. 6 lock combination. God. Fucking hell.
Maybe we go to his office and we find out because
We found out his birthday. It's a man with a gun, and we want to find out this man's birthday.
Maybe he's got it on the
suppose it's something
calendar.
we could do to remind himself of his own birthday.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes, it's busy life here on Platte. There's lots of things that happen, like crystals falling from the sky.
So he might forget his own birthday. I mean,
we just all rush Herrera and we all tackle
I'm sure
him.
we could find his personnel files, and maybe we could find his birthday from there.
I think we're putting a lot on the birthday.
It
It could literally be any 6 combination number in the world.
I know, but we could just go after Sieber, who's got a gun.
Sieber.
But that's probably a bad idea.
I think we should
because
get
we
the
don't have any
major.
guns. We've we're unarmed.
Well, Herrera was shooting at us, though.
Shooting at us, was he?
No, it's Herrera who has a gun.
Yeah,
Herrera's got
I
the
was,
gun, yeah.
I was
Herrera
momentarily
was-
confused.
We could ask Herrera for the gun so that we could shoot at Herrera. All right. When I was in the Norwegian ski patrol.
You work for the Norwegian government?
Oh yeah. It's been a strange life, and if someone was left down in the snow, then we'd just run and then scoop them up as we ran past. So I could do that with the major.
Why? He's dead.
He's still not dead. Like, we literally left him alive.
Okay.
All right. I think Dan wasn't he was alive when we left him.
He was alive when you left him, yeah. He
Yeah,
was
he's probably
very
dead
badly
now.
hurt, but he was alive.
All right, I could try and do that. Could you
Really
distract
wanna-
Herrera with like some, I don't know, shine a light on him or something?
I mean, he probably isn't standing
What
where
is
he
he,
was
a
standing
dog?
15 minutes ago.
I know. It could
He's
be.
probably moved since then. He could be outside this door.
Damn it.
I pointed at the
Herrera,
door.
are you outside this door? Nope, I don't think he is.
I mean, I don't think he'd respond if he was, you jackass.
It's me,
yeah.
Long. I'm outside the door.
Does anybody know the combination to this lock?
Have you tried his birthday?
Do you know his birthday long?
No.
Yeah.
Damn it. All right. We need the major.
All right.
Let's go get him.
Okay, one of us should probably go around to the dormitories, or two of us, to see if we can distract
Yeah.
Herrera.
You do that. I'll go grab the major.
Fine.
All right.
Why don't we
I guess
send...
I'm gonna go tackle a man with a gun.
But that's what I mean about
A
shining.
younger man with a gun.
Why don't we just send the guys outside, the ones that are not played by any specific
That's a
person?
good idea.
That's
Who do
what
we
they-
have? We have
That's what they signed up for.
Geiger.
That's right, boy.
You've got
Long.
Geiger, LaCroix, Long.
Okay, you guys are Team Meat Shield, okay? All you have to do is go over to Herrera and distract him.
I think he's probably not even there anymore.
Yeah. So it'll be fine.
Yeah. All right. I'll volunteer to lead Team Meat Shield. I feel like if we leave it up to the demands of the gods, they'll all die off screen.
outrageous.
It'll be very boring.
I cannot believe this. This is... Okay, so talk me through the plan, team.
Well, I'm gonna run and grab the major.
Right.
I'll help as well if you
No.
need... No? Okay.
you're
I'll,
okay. I'm pretty strong.
I'll just stay here and warm up the codes.
No, you're not gonna warm up the codes.
Warm up the codes.
You're gonna go and distract Herrera.
What are you, a hen? How are you gonna warm up the codes? You gotta
Well,
sit in the
make
sit
sure
in the
they're nice
safe.
and loose so that you can put it straight in.
The fuck are you talking about? You can't.
You ain't
You,
yellow,
no,
are
you
you?
need to. Yeah, he's yellow. I think he's yellow. Look at him. He's
No.
yellow to me.
Oh, I'm
He's
not.
soft.
Looks like some sort of dweeb.
Look at his hands. There's no calluses in his hands.
Except on his fingertips. Yeah.
Index fender. Yeah. With a lot of mouse pointing. It's weird. Fucking computer nerd.
All right, fine. I'll go with Herrera. I'll go distract with Team Meat Chill.
All right.
Ooh-wee.
Oh, God. So, minor correction, Master Chief Roberto Brack, he does not exist. He's not. I deleted him from this one. He's one of you.
Oh, no.
Because there are 3 characters. So he's sitting in... That's why we're
Roll sanity.
Yeah.
Disappeared from us. Whoa, did you see that guy? He just disappeared.
He just sort of flew up into the air. It's weird.
Wow.
He gets Avengers Infinity Ward. He just... there we go. That's one less NPC to have to deal with.
So we'll take all the NPCs plus me and Yeager, and then we'll go find Herrera around see if we can locate Herrera.
Okay.
We'll sort of go the same way, I guess, as
Flake.
That's it, Flake.
Well, no, Flake is going directly south, and the dormitories are over to the
Oh yeah, because he shot
to
like
the west.
from 300 meters away. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want to take anything with you? I'm going to give you a chance to, because you don't have access to the guns, but you've got 3 buildings worth of stuff. Is there anything that you're?
Is there any like combat armor, like body bulletproof vests or anything like that?
Body armor that you know of is all kept in the armory, so that's all also sealed off.
We'd probably be able to see it.
Yeah,
Just
you can see that
through
there
the
is
cage.
body. You can see it through the cage. There is body armor in there.
Sweet. Well done, Commander. Itchy, put all the
Maybe
fucking
we
stuff
just
in there.
arm ourselves with some like office supplies or something, like a stapler. Maybe that'll hurt him. You know, sometimes I've accidentally stapled my finger.
Any
and
other
it
suggestions?
Hey,
It really hurts.
I mean, paper cuts, they can really sting.
Oh yeah, let's get paper and let's slice him with some paper.
I'll take a search check if you want to search if you want to search for some things you could use as weapons.
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
I'd like to search to see if there's anything I could use to block bullets.
I got 89 on my search so my search was 40%.
I can tell you definitely find paper.
I'm just gonna search for anything I can hit people with, like a blunt object,
Sure.
74.
Oh, this doesn't sound.
God, that's way over. That's 74 over 40.
Does look like you're going to be going into combat with paper. Yeah, you find some paper to block bullets with. There's a lot of paper in this.
Sweet.
Ooh.
How about Pete?
I got 63 over. What am I looking at? Yeah. So I don't think I got anything either.
I don't think you got
Over
anything.
20. Yeah.
Okay, so you
No.
you don't find anything. That looks...
Why? How did this happen? I'd love to see this. How are we now? Sit down. My surgeon's sitting down and having a cigarette.
Just like goes outside, looks around, just lights a cigarette, sits down again.
Why is there so much paper outside this weapons storage?
Well, this is it's an
weird.
administration building, so this office is full of the administration office is full of office supplies, and you find office chairs, you find
what about
lots of stationery.
letter openers?
Yeah, all right. You find a letter opener. It's blunt, but you find a letter opener, and then you've also got the mess hall and the NCO club. The base exchange is burned down, really, so it's not much you can find there. But
I'd like to go and search the NCO club.
okay. You look. So you walk into the NCO club. There's a pool table. There's a foosball table.
Major just bleeding out of the road. Just searching all the buildings we've lived in for the last 5 years.
Yeah.
There's the table with poker cards scattered all over it, and there's like a crate of beers, a few open bottles, a few empty bottles lying around.
I give it a search with a legendary 7 under 14. Yeah.
You identify several possible predator vision. You identify several possible options in here. Not much in the way of body armor or things that can stop a bullet, especially from an assault rifle. Unfortunately, they're kind of armor-piercing rounds, so just sort of running with a table next to you isn't going to do much. But you look around you, there are 2 pool cues. There's a lot of pool balls. So like if you could find something to put a pool ball in a sock or something like that could potentially be a weapon. The bottles could potentially be they could potentially be weapons. Particularly if you could find some fuel, you might be able to turn one of them into a Molotov cocktail. There are all sorts of things, and it dawns on you as well that the mess hall, of course, has a kitchen in it with everything you might find in a kitchen. So there are a few that sort of. It dawns on you there are a few better options than a letter opener and a stack of paper.
Yeah, I grab everything that could be useful. And I go and see the others and be like, here's some stuff, be a bit more useful.
Flick comes back with just pool cues.
There we go, pool balls and and gather
knives.
stuff.
I mean, the kitchen.
The kitchen, yeah. We'll go to the kitchen. I got a kitchen.
You managed to find 2 kitchen knives amongst the
All right.
2 kitchen knives in this whole base.
What kind of kitchen is this?
The rest are in the wash. The rest are in the dishwasher.
They're dirty.
In the dishwasher. And let me guess, the dishwasher is locked with a combination that only the base commander knows.
This dishwasher seems clogged with grits. Yeah. The gearing is solidly locked with grits.
The others were dropped into the sink full of grits, and everyone's scared to reach in and get them.
All right, so I take a kitchen knife. I leave the other kitchen
2
knife.
knives. What kind of base is this? No guns, 2 knives, a couple of stacks of paper.
Pool cues.
Pool cues, yeah.
It's only 12 people. I think 2 proper kitchen knives. Like there's paring knives and things like that.
Can I take a pool cue and attach a knife to the front of it?
Yes, you can. You take a pool cue and you just take some tape from
Do we need to roll for that?
I don't know what skill you'd roll to.
Do I?
I think you're skilled enough. You
could do that. Are you sure?
To sellotape a knife to a pool cue, I feel like you could manage. I feel like I could do that.
Is there any did you say there's any alcohol in the vodka or anything in the game room? Did you say
if you search through for long enough? So with a failed roll, you can keep searching. It's just going to take you longer. And eventually, you pull open one of the major's drawers and you find a bottle of vodka in there.
Oh, we could use this as a Molotov Eve cocktail.
Yeah.
And we throw it on Herrera and it burns the skin.
That's a good find. The 1 bottle of alcohol in our officer's bar.
Famously,
teetotal. 1 bottle of alcohol.
Teetotal base.
Well, there's a crate a bit. Like I said,
there is a crate 2 knives, 1 bottle of alcohol.
There's a crate of beers.
I look forward to Christmas.
Some drawings. Do some drawings while we.
I do look forward to our Christmases on the base. They're pretty wild.
I love
pass around the 1 bottle of vodka. Merry Christmas, guys.
There would have been a lot more. The base exchange has got loads of stuff in it, but unfortunately the base exchange burned down. So that's where a lot of that sort of stuff would have been.
The booze and the knives. The forks as well.
Flammable knives. Yeah. I mean, there's loads of chopsticks. It's
okay. Well,
they really like the Chinese food here.
All right, let's make this into and then forgot my own fucking name. Tully rips his sleeve of his arm off, and then douses and puts it in the bottle of vodka.
Okay,
and then yep. There we go.
I like that. Okay, cool. You have a crack at that, and you manage to make a Molotov cocktail. I wonder I don't know if I should make you a roll for. I feel like sellotaping a knife to a pool cue is slightly different to making a Molotov. But I feel like that needs something. But
I'll do a craft if you want.
Is there a craft? Okay, yeah.
I'm craft electrician, but I'll try it if you want me to. At the base, well, actually, yeah. I mean,
this could be the end. This could be the end of Norman. This goes wrong. Oh no.
Or melee weapons, or
it might be demolitions. That's
demolitions.
All right, so that's 0%.
Oh gosh. Okay.
That's fine. I'll hand it to one of the NPCs. Go, do you know how to make a Molotov cocktail?
Yes, I'm an expert in medicine.
All right, try and make one from this. My amazing, don't get it ruined. Yep, okay, ooey.
He immediately explodes.
Yeah.
Takes out the building. No, he managed. Okay, Long manages to make a Molotov cocktail.
I mean,
Do I
literally,
get to keep
all you got to
this
do is
in?
put a bit of rag in a fucking bottle. I mean, it's just even the lowest of the yobs or rioters can make a Molotov cocktail. Like it's.
Yeah, I mean,
cue James Bond music as you sort of twist a bit of rag. And, oh, fucking hell, man! Sorry,
Okay.
it's just
So you've got
it's very amusing.
so you have a
How
kitchen
long
knife.
did all that take?
This takes you about 15 minutes, I guess.
I mean, the
to sort of-
searching and the...
Yeah, the searching and the crafting and the blue petering and the.
Okay.
So you've now got a pool cue with a knife, sellotape to the end of it, and you've got a Molotov cocktail.
Sweet.
The others are kind of holding beer bottles, and one's got a pool cue.
Tully puts like stacks of paper under his shirt.
You stuff your shirt with paper.
Why?
Well, it uses, you know,
And why are you eating? Why are you eating?
I'm just a bit peckish. I
bit
haven't had
peckish.
my. I just found some.
I like the way that even after all these years of recording, you pick the stickiest, gackiest thing to stick in your mouth whilst we're recording.
Is that grits?
I just saw it when we were looking for the knives, and I love the grits.
Got a handful
No, I
of
was
grits.
using the paper as maybe like armor, you know.
Yeah.
But, you know, stacks of paper is
Yeah.
better than nothing.
Yeah.
You say
yeah.
that.
Get
So,
that real comfortable.
will we go? I feel like the Major may be dead by now.
All right. I'm going to go
And
get the
Harara
major.
is definitely somewhere else. I mean...
He might have got bored and just gone. Who knows?
Give me alertness checks.
Oh, crikey.
Alertness.
Where is that?
Oh, that's
Where is
a
it?
30 under 60.
Oh, there
30
it
under
is.
60.
34 under 60.
59 under 60.
You all hear the sound of automatic gunfire coming from the direction of the officers' housing.
Shit.
It's a couple of bursts.
We gotta go.
We gotta
All right,
run
let's go.
towards
I'm
that.
going to go get the major.
We gotta run towards that gunfire.
Yeah.
Flake just legs it out the door to go and get
Oh.
the major.
Okay,
I'm getting the major. Go. And he just,
If he's dead, then try and ask him if he's got the code.
I'm long gone. Literally long gone.
Just talking about Flake runs off to the south, back
Can
down
I-
the road.
I'd like to try and sort of run while sort of stooped, and not rather just sort of like, you know what I mean, like that kind of
Yeah,
like
you kind of-
stealth run.
Rainbow Six, little squatty, I need the toilet run. The kind of thing. Give me a stuff.
Fuck, 60
Uh-oh.
over 50.
Oh no. It's
So Herrera's standing
he
outside.
does need a toilet.
Yeah.
just open the door, he's right there.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, so you try and run stealthily. As for Team Meat Shield,
So is there there's a Jeep or something outside the...
there is a Jeep outside, yeah.
Can we all jump in the Jeep and then drive towards... If we drive towards the edge of the houses and then most of the team gets out and then a second we drive as fast as we can down the main road, we might draw Harara's fire and then we can sneak up behind him. It's my plan.
Oh, yep. Okay, Yeager, you're so clever, man. You've done this before.
I've done this before.
This is a terrible plan. You're going to get us all killed, says
I know,
Geiger.
probably. You're the one who's going to be driving the car, Geiger.
Oh, God.
Go get in the car, Geiger, drive.
Geiger gets in the car. LaCroix's still got his jacket over his head. It's like, Tully, you said you'd keep me safe. You're going to keep me safe, Tully?
Of course. That's a Tully promise.
Get your head down between your legs, LaCroix.
But just don't show them your hideous face,
Form the
okay?
recovery position. Or not the recovery, the one in the plane. The crashing plane position. You know the one where an Air Force base. You're very familiar with it.
You pile into the Jeep. LaCroix puts his head between his legs.
Yeah,
Geiger
keep
jumps
fucking
behind
fucking
the
between your legs,
wheel.
LaCroix.
Utek with a pool ball in a sock kind of comes and sits next to you, just looking really doubtful, clutching your makeshift spear.
Hit it, Geiger.
Geiger turns the key. Nothing happens.
I was going to say, I seem to remember all the vehicles and stuff didn't work, did they?
Maybe
everyone turns and looks at Pete.
What are you looking at me for? I forgot.
What now?
All right, let's just get out and go on foot. Run, Geiger. LaCroix, keep your head between your legs and run.
You all pile out and start running.
All right, keep fucking moving. I'm gonna just walk behind them. I wanted to smoking a cigarette, holding my pole cue with a knife on the end of it, and just smoking away.
Like a horrible PE teacher.
Yeah. Move, you fucks. Move too fucking slowly. Move.
My wife's PE teacher, Fee's PE teacher, when she was at school, used to drive behind them in a Mini when they were doing cross country. She'd just drive this Mini across the field behind them, screaming at them to run fast.
Oh my God. Nothing like leading by example.
Amazing.
Jesus.
Imagine all those sort of people we lost from teaching when child safety became a thing.
Yeah.
It was losses to the profession. So Pete, you can walk behind smoking and waving a spear.
Yeah.
As everyone else runs in the direction of the houses. Okay, so you've got two choices.
Running like Muppets, just arms in the air.
I mean, Long canonically is a Muppet, so just
Are you just, you're just running across the open towards the houses?
Yep.
Wow.
Team Meat Shield, you know.
So, well, you've got a choice. So as you run off to the west towards the houses, you can kind of go to the southwest, which is where the actual officers' houses are. It's like a row of terraced houses where the officers' homes are. Mm-hmm. Or that's where you saw Herrera. Or to the northwest, just beyond that, you've got the dormitories, which are still quite close to it, which are kind of where all the enlisted men sleep. So you've got a couple of options as to which ones you go for. Those are both the sort of the nearest bits of cover. What are you, man with a spear, where are you hounding?
I guess we should hound them towards the northwest and then sweep round north.
You hound everyone
so
towards...
There's some cover.
Okay, how are you doing it? Are you just trying to run as quickly as possible, or are you trying to be stealthy? Are you trying to stay alert, try and keep an eye, and look around?
It's hard because he ran off in the direction of the major. And we're supposed to be a distraction for him, so really he should have left after we went. So I mean, as a distraction, like plan is going, this is shit. So I guess we should move quite fast, or else it's pointless.
I think because Flake's plan was because obviously Herrera is distracted right now. Clearly. He's shooting at somebody.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like use that because he's probably not looking at the major right now.
Is the shooting still going on?
You hear another burst of it.
Then we run.
As you're running. Okay, you run as fast as you can and you make it to the dormitory. So a row of single-story buildings where everyone is. There is sort of the two dormitories that are actually used, and then there are two that are just locked up that no one's in. You get to the edge of one of them and kind of all crouch down by the wall and look around and start looking around. You don't even need to make an alertness roll for this, because to the south you see a muzzle flare and you see a flare of another flare of gunfire, and you can see there is a figure standing by the row of houses firing automatic at one of the buildings. Fires a burst into the building and then sort of moves around and then fires another burst at it, and he seems to be targeting one particular building.
Do we throw the Molotov cocktail at him?
It's quite far away, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's about 100 meters away.
I don't know. You look like you got big arms, Yeager.
Do I? I can't. I'm not a physical man at the moment.
Whoa, should we sneak up behind him and maybe restrain him?
Is there like a cover between here and there that we could use to get over there?
This is some low scrub, but there's not a lot of, the gardens here are not very well maintained.
Okay.
So there's not a huge amount of cover. Let's go. Flake, you see this as well from where you are sort of running down the road. You're about a quarter of the way towards where you found the major at a jog, and you hear the gunfire, and as you kind of hit the dirt and roll behind some cover to try and make sure it's not coming for you, you look over and you can see someone standing by the houses. He seems to be looking at one of the windows, tries firing through the windows, shatters the glass on it, and then moves around. And sometimes he's just firing into the brickwork, just firing indiscriminately at this one house.
Takes a look, sees that, and then it just keeps running.
Okay.
Because it's nighttime, it's dark, isn't it? So he's not.
It is dark. Like, you're fairly sure he's the same distance away as when he shot at you the first time, and it is obviously there's moonlight. So you kind of, rather than kind of, I'm assuming if it's attempting to be stealthy, even though it's not a great roll, you're kind of darting from bit of cover to bit of cover rather than just kind of jogging.
And sort of keeping
open.
my head down, sort of thing, and running as quick as you can. So I'll just keep going for the major.
Okay, keep going for the major.
So which one of the NPCs are with? Who would know whose house? Does anyone know whose house this is he's shooting at? Do any of us know? Is there a way of rolling for base knowledge?
You would know that the...
It's house number 8, of course.
yeah,
Who lives there? Who lives in that house?
It's number 8 Officers' House Row.
I mean, there's not that many officers in this base. I mean, is it unoccupied or?
The particular one he is shooting at is unoccupied.
Okay.
The Major's house is there, and Geiger has a house there, but they're a little bit further along. Actually, you could have a house if you wanted, Pete, because you're one of the senior officers, so you could have a house, or you could sleep in the dormitories with everyone else.
Yeah, I sleep in the dormitory.
So it's up to you. If you want to have if you want one of the houses to be your house, it could.
Damn it! I have a house. I suddenly have a house. Suddenly happened.
You've got a house.
My house is nearby.
That your house is nearby, and
now.
The sudden realization dawns on you that Leper is in your house.
Leper. Better not lay one fucking lousy finger on Leper. I'll have his hide.
I tell you what, Jerry, make a luck roll for me.
Oh no, it never goes well. Oh, where's luck?
So it's a 50-50. If it's over 50, it's a fail. If it's under 50, it's
25.
25. Okay, yep, he's shooting at one of the abandoned houses. It's not your house that he's shooting up.
Oh my god, that was the luck.
That was the luck.
As luck would have it, that's not my house he's shooting at. That I suddenly have. I mean, it was luck. Up until a second ago, it couldn't have been my house because I didn't have a house. And then it would have been really unlucky if we'd rewritten my character's backstory to have a house, and then moments later I rolled a luck roll and it was my house. Yeah, it would have been what a domino effect that would have been. The leper's dead. Everything's gone wrong.
That's literally Delta Greed in a nutshell, isn't it? It's like, would you like this thing that's close to you? Yes, all right. Okay, someone shoots it. That's this game. But yes, your house is is like 2 doors down from the house he's shooting
he's
at.
Quite near Leper. Okay, guys, I think he's distracted. I think you should all go and sneak up behind him.
What, me as well, or?
You are the one with the Molotov cocktail.
Oh.
We could. I mean, I think we should probably try to take him alive. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with that boy, but we should find out.
Yeah, we could do that. I could do that, certainly. Let's do it. Come on.
You seem very distracted there.
Yeah.
Tully.
No, I'm just looking at my my weapons.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, you're gonna
I thought you were gonna say that.
You're gonna.
Right, so what do you want me to do? You want me to
Well,
sneak
he's
up?
distracted at the moment. Look, he's just firing by the
All
other
right.
house, number 8.
Don't worry, Yeager. Inside, Tully is shitting himself, but
Really?
yeah.
I mean, Tully doesn't seem like the sort of man who's going to hide his fear very
That is
well.
some subtext right there.
Yeah, he's a closed book, that man.
Yeah. So yeah, I sneak up.
All right, I'll take the rear.
Okay. All right. So you. Jesus. Okay, you are going to attempt to sneak up. Make a stealth check, Tully. Are you taking anyone with you? Are you going to take any of the NPCs with you? Are you going to make them roll as well?
The whole lot stealthily.
No, I'll go up on myself.
Oh my god! I said all of you go, and you're going on your own.
I go. Don't worry, guys. I've got Norman, Tully, Airman First Class has got
Tully,
this.
are you sure this is a good idea?
Ooh, yeah. Lucky my stealth is 10%. Ooh, but luckily
Norman.
I got 9.
Norman, I meant no.
Oh my
Norman.
god!
I know.
You got
got a
9
9.
under
I got
10.
9.
Oh my god!
Nice.
This is ridiculous. All right.
God.
I am going to give the person an alertness check to see if they can spot you. Okay. The rest of you watch. As Norman hits the dirt and just commando crawls along the pavement.
He did this before, didn't he, as well? He was stealthy before somehow.
Yeah.
How?
I don't know.
Is he just the colour of desert? I guess.
Yeah.
I think he's just, everyone's gotten so used to ignoring him because of how he goes off on about Flight Simulator that they find it really hard to perceive him.
It's just so boring.
In the World of Darkness games, like the vampire and things like that, there's an ability called obfuscation, I think it is, and it's like a sort of supernatural stealth, but it doesn't actually make you invisible. It makes you just so difficult to pay attention to that after the fact you'd be like, of course they were in the room. It just never occurred to me that would be a problem. It never occurred to me that they were a threat in any way. I feel like Norman's like that.
Yeah.
Sees with it. So Norman just crawls in the dirt towards Figure. Norman, as you get closer, you recognize it is Herrera. And you hear him shouting as he fires another burst into the door and splinters the door frame of the house. You hear him shout out, "Come out, Sieber! Come out! I just want to talk!" He unloads another round, and then the gun clicks. He goes, "Shit!" Throws the rifle down, pulls out a sidearm, and then cocks it. At which point, you have kind of crawled to the edge of the house near where he is. You're about 10 feet away from him. What would you like to do?
Fucking
hell. Jesus Christ, this has gotten a bit... I'm just puffing on my cigarette.
I like you.
Good luck, kid.
leaning on my spear. Pretty good. He's doing really well, actually. He's managed to not say ooh-ee for the last 10 seconds.
I light, because I've got some little matches in my pocket, and I light the rag on the Molotov cocktail and throw it at Herrera.
Could it be more tense? It's not even a lighter. You get out a box of matches. The rest of you are watching him as he strikes, trying to get one to catch.
One breaks. Oh.
Is it like those paper packet ones? It's so useless.
The ones you get in clubs and stuff. Yeah.
It's from the One Dog Diner.
Yeah.
Where you managed to light a match and you light the Molotov. Oh God.
I did say take him alive, but I guess it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
Make an athletics check to throw the Molotov at Herrera.
Right, under 30%. Here we go.
Oh, it's 34.
Oh no.
That's not that bad, surely. There's a degree
It's not that bad. You're not going to blow yourself up.
Yeah.
He's going to miss. He's going to...
The one cocktail we've got.
It's not athletics. It's a dex times 5.
Oh, okay, good.
Compare that to your dex times 5 in that case.
So what, the 34 times 5?
So, no, what is your... So your
my
dex times 5.
My dex score is 12.
Okay, so you should also have your dex times 5 as a stat on
60.
There.
So it's under 60.
So under 60, and it was it 36?
34. 34. Yeah. Yeah.
First blood. First blood, Norman Tully.
Yeah.
Not Snake.
Oh my God. Back at the thing, Utek turns to you, Pete, and is like, "What do we do after we take him alive?"
We need to find out why he's gone mad. I think everything depends on...
You see Tully step out round the corner and just throw the Molotov cocktail at him.
Jesus Christ.
It hits him and explodes and goes up. Oh my God, right. This has a lethality rating, so what I want you to do, Ross, I want you to roll 2d10.
Yeah.
If you get 10% or under, he is automatically killed regardless of how many hit points he has.
Okay.
Otherwise it does damage.
It's a 60.
Okay, so in that case, take it as if you're rolling 2d10s. So a 0 counts as 10, and tell me what the total is. So is that 16?
Yeah.
A 6 and a 0?
Yeah.
Okay, he takes 16 hit points of damage.
Jesus.
And is killed.
Yeah. That would kill me outright as well.
Kill me too.
He just turns around and goes, Tully, what are you? And so he gets hit with the thing and just goes up in flames and goes, just screams and just starts running around on fire, screaming. Tully, you are reminded of all the pixel people that you've killed over the years in your plane crashes.
He sort of has a weird smile on his face. Tully.
Does he need to roll sanity for this? This sounds fairly
I need both of you to roll sanity for this as you see a man burned alive.
Oh my god.
I got 5 under my 33.
I got 95.
Oh no. Oh god.
I'm used to this.
Which is over my 51, it must be said.
It's quite a bit over your 51.
I'm way further away as well, like.
Oh my god.
I just said.
Weirdly, Norman... Maybe it's the fact that Norman seems not to react, that Norman just stands and watches the man burn, but something about it, Pete, just troubles you deeply.
Yeah.
But what I would also like, Pete, what I would like you to do is I'd like you to put a check next to, you'll see next to your sanity, there's a little tracker for violence. You'll see there's 3 check boxes. So I want you to put a tick in that because you've lost sanity to violence but not gone insane from it. So you are starting to become adapted to extreme violence. If you get all of those ticked, it means from that point on you will automatically succeed in any sanity roll against violence.
All right.
Because you've just seen so much of it.
So how much sanity did I lose there?
Just 1 point.
Just 1 point of sanity, down to 50.
It's not too bad from seeing
50 sanity.
Oh, not good. Okay, over to your right, Flake. You just see a bright light go up. And you look up and you can see what looks like a fire. And then the fire seems to start running around. And then the fire just falls down.
It just keeps running. He pays it no mind. It's just sort of like, oh, fair enough.
Keeps on running. Norman, you stand over the burning body of Herrera.
Burning on. That was... Oh, I feel alive. And then he just smells the the burning flesh. Hey, who was inside?
We come running over, I guess.
Yeah, you all come running over.
What the fuck have you just done, Norman?
I got scared, okay? He had a gun and he was shooting. He shot the major.
He was shooting at a building, you fuck. We wanted to find out why.
I
Look at him. He's a melted mass of skin.
Oh, no.
Jesus Christ.
People. Oh, the pixelated people.
What are you fucking talking about? He's a man, not a pixel.
I've just been so desensed to violence on Flight Simulator 98.
The least violent game of 1998.
Yeah. You didn't even get a proper plane crash. Just like your plane has crashed.
Oh, look, there's somebody inside.
Christ almighty.
Who was it? Who was shouting at again?
Seba comes out of the door, like, disheveled. He's got a bullet wound in his arm, and he's holding his arm, but he's also holding loads of blankets under his thing, and he's just shaking and just staring, like he's just completely shell-shocked by what has just happened. Oh my god, what happened?
I burned him alive with a Molotov cocktail.
Oh god. Is that Herrera? You killed Herrera.
It was.
What was he doing shooting you?
I don't know. I was trying to get blankets. I'm trying to get blankets to put out the fire, and he looks at the fire and he goes, oh god, the fire! And he just starts trying to throw blankets like one-armed at Herrera, where he's burning on the floor. It's just locked in his head is put out fire with blankets. It's all he can think of.
Pull it together, man. Pull it together. It's fine. This fire is too late. He's gone. Look, he's on fire.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, Flake, you finally arrive at where the Major is lying in the dirt on his back. You get to him and he's just lying, staring up at the night sky.
Oh no. Is he dead?
You check his pulse. He has no pulse. He is cold to the touch.
Damn it.
Left it too long and were too bad at your first aid check when you tried to help him.
Damn, well, I stabbed my fingers in his open wound. Shit. It's going to be a problem.
From where you are, give me an alertness check.
50 under 60.
Nice. Thing you guys are so good at. It's good at the alertness. You look up from where you are after swearing under your breath. You look over to where the fire is now being dampened by blankets, and you can see Team Meat Shield standing around by the houses. And as you kind of squint in the moonlight, you see that there are two humanoid figures. You see there are two people walking towards them, seemingly from sort of past the dormitories, that everyone else doesn't seem to have seen. Two figures just walking towards them, and you can see a faint glow that seems to be around them, like they've got maybe a torch or something, but it seems to be sort of above them.
Weird.
What would you like to do?
Because I'm like 300 meters away.
You are.
So even if I shouted, I was going to search the Major to see if he's got the combination on him, but I guess he's probably not.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Got anything like that. I sort of call out, "Hey, who are those guys? Over there!"
What are you? Are you the voiceover in a Godzilla film?
I know. I just
those guys? Hey,
300 meters away. I mean, that's a long way to shout.
who are those guys? Hey, it's Godzilla.
It is, but they've got pretty good alertness. And I'll make you roll it. Pete and Tully, give me an alertness check to see if you can hear.
Yeah, 57 under 60.
Got it again.
Yeah, 58 under 60.
Amazing. Okay, you hear Flake shouting from over by the road. You hear his voice. You can't really even see him in the dark. You can just about make him out, but he starts yelling out, and you can see he's yelling something about who are those guys.
Who are those guys? What's he talking about? What guys?
You look around and you see a glow, and you see two figures walking out of the darkness towards you. And as they come closer into the glow of the warm firelight of Herrera's burning body, stepping into the light are a pair of grey-skinned humanoid creatures. They have wide, bulbous heads and dark, inky black eyes. They have long limbs ending in long-fingered hands. They are completely naked, and they are walking on little stubby legs. They look at you with their dark eyes as they come forward with a little glowing ball next to them. The two of you stare at them, and we are going to roll some serious sanity checks next time on the show.
Aliens!
Wow.
Wow. See you in 2 weeks, everyone. Bye. Ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
Murderer.